Hello everyone and welcome back to Trials by Melissa. I'm Melissa and today was day 6 of my 30-day juice fast trial, 1/5 of the way there. I'm feeling pretty good today. To start off with my stats, I slept 8 hours last night, which was aided by the fact that the power company came out and switched my meter, which reset every single clock that I have in the house. So that did not help me as far as alarms going off and things like that. But 8 hours of sleep is still wonderful. I'm really enjoying it. I definitely have a lot more energy. I'm getting more things done. So my energy level is increasing. It's getting close to where I would like for it to be. Still not quite there. I still want to sleep a lot. So, you know, that's just part of it. As far as weight goes, I'm down 0.2 points today, and I know that's not the progress that you guys have been seeing, but I drank a little bit of extra juice yesterday because I was doing a lot of activities, and you really have to be careful with the juices that you drink. You don't want to drink super high calorie fruit juices all the time. You really do need those leafy green and vegetable type of juices in the mix. So I only had one of those yesterday, and the rest were a little bit leaning toward fruit, which is bad. Bad, Melissa, bad. So that explains, you know, the decrease in weight loss. But again, 0.2 pounds per day is 1 pound a week, which is in the safe weight loss range. So I think my body is probably approaching a nice little equilibrium. But we'll probably see it pick back up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll hit a plateau and I won't lose any more. But I guess that's just part of the trial overall. So we'll just have to kind of go through it and see how things go. You know, I haven't had any back pain, so that's good. My knee is still making that really horrible like sound whenever I go up steps, so I'm really upping my vitamins by taking glucosamine, which is a joint supplement. Everybody should probably look into taking it if you have any sort of joint issue, so I would highly recommend that. As far as hunger goes, honestly, I'm dealing more difficultly with giving up the solid foods than I was the first time around. I'm not sure why that is, but it's just something that I'm gonna have to push myself through. I'm really wanting solid food. Honestly, it just kind of sucks at this point. My stomach didn't growl at all today, which is great. I think that, you know, I'm getting used to the more frequent bathroom trips and all that kind of stuff, but I'm really struggling with wanting solid food. Like, I don't care what solid food it is. If it's a carrot, I want it. If it's a cupcake, I want it. If it's a piece of meat, I want it. So it's really difficult today and yesterday and the day before. I'm hoping that as I get further into this juice fast, that I will kind of get used to and reach some sort of stable, I don't even know what to call it. It's like reach some sort of stability whenever it comes to my craving of solid foods. So, you know, if you're juicing with me, hang in there. It sucks. I know that we can get through it. I did a 60-day juice fast before, and I think this just is the first week blues, I'm hoping, and that by the second or third week I will feel much better. I won't be craving as many solid foods or anything like that. You know, to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I've been doing whenever it comes to like the extra energy that I have is, you know, like I've had various things in my house that I've been meaning to take care of. Like I bought, right before I went on a juice fast, really brilliant on my part, is I bought a lot of chicken. And what I wanted to do was cook the chicken and shred the chicken for other recipes, and maybe even prepare some of those recipes and freeze them. Because I really would like to start eating more home cooked, healthy, I know exactly what goes into it type of meals, because I think that that is a key whenever we're looking at the overall health. It's declined in the US, and as it declined, our consumption of prepared foods like prepackaged or restaurant foods has skyrocketed. So you have to think that there is a correlation between the two. It's a lot of work and effort to prepare home food, but I'm hoping that if I get ahead of it and find recipes that freeze well, or that I can maybe preserve or can, that I will want to, you know, maintain this type of lifestyle, and it'll be easier for me whenever I do want to maintain it. So, you know, just heads up, you have to be prepared. And I know that, you know, cooking food and storing it really isn't ideal whenever you're trying to avoid eating it. But honestly, I mean, who wants to eat just plain chicken that's been shredded? It's not as appealing as, say, a steak would be to me at this point. But I'm going to hang in there. I've made a commitment to myself, and I've made a commitment to anyone that watches these videos to do the 30 days, and I'll definitely do it. I'm just hoping that after the initial week and a half maybe, I'll stabilize and I won't be craving solid food as bad as I am right now. So just hang in there with me. But whenever you think about the side effects, there's one other side effect of the food that, you know, I've kind of brushed on a little bit that I wanted to talk to you guys about juicing, and that is increased BMs, and that's because your body is being flushed of all the stuff that's in there that shouldn't be. And also, as a result of all these leafy greens and all these raw nutrients, you're going to notice an increase in gas. There's no pleasant way to talk about it. Let's just throw it on the table. It's gas. It happens. Everyone has it. I try to take mine to the restroom if I can, but honestly, whenever you're juicing, you're gonna have more gas. Be prepared for it. If your loved ones aren't juicing, I feel sorry for them because they're not gonna understand why your gas is as prevalent as it is. But just hang in there. Learn the balance of foods that you can do. Maybe take Beano. I don't know. You'll just have to experiment with it and find something that works for you. But just be aware, it's definitely going to increase, and especially whenever you're in a work environment, take it to another room, please. But nobody likes a crop duster. Okay, I think we just shared way too much. But all I'm telling you is it's hard. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I'm hanging in there 30 days. I'm committed to myself and to you to making it. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And I know that I'm doing what's best for my overall health, and if nothing else, I'm flushing my systems of toxins, and I'm getting a reset on my body so that whatever I start my next trial doing, my body will be in a better place to, you know, adhere to it and follow it. So, you know, here we go. It is what it is, and we'll just have to last for the next 30 days with no solid food and living off of juices. The juices are really good and delicious, so that helps. So today I thought that I would share another juice recipe. Here's my Huron juicer. I love it. It's fabulous. It's a really good juicer. It's called the slow juicer, which is really ironic because it is the fastest juicer that I've ever had. And today I thought I would do kind of a fun themed juice. I've never done it before. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, so just bear with me. But the bottom line is you can fix any juice that you make. So just play around with them and find good things that you like until you find a way to make healthy juices more palatable without making them unhealthy. So today's theme is green. Everything that I'm putting into this juice has a green peel or green meat or green flesh to it. So here we go. I'm going to start out by turning on my Huron juicer. Oh, it helps if I plug it in, so just bear with me 1 second as I disappear off camera. See, look at that. Even the best perfect people forget things. So I'm going to turn on my Huron juicer. I have my glass to catch whatever juice comes out. And I did a clear glass today specifically to show you guys what it's going to look like. And I'll be very honest with you about, wow, I really screwed up. That's not something I'm going to make again. Or, hey, that was actually better than what I thought it would be. I have a little container that catches all my pulp, and I actually line it with the produce bags that saves on the cleanup. Because that's one thing, you know, you may be thinking, oh wow, I'm not going to cook, so I'm going to have a lot less dishes to do. Unfortunately, you're going to have to clean this bad boy every day, and you have to scrub the strainer inside of it. You have to scrub, and you have to poke to get in through every little nook and cranny to make sure that it's all clean, because the last thing you want to do is have something in there that's decaying and mixing in with your juice. It's just disgusting. So clean it after every single use. Don't ever let it go without it. Like if you're doing a series of juices with this type of juicer, you can just run hot water through it as long as it's one juicing session. But at the end of that session, you still have to clean it. Running hot water through it does not clean this juicer. There's a lot of stuff in there that you have to clean out manually. All right, so let's get started. And I'm going to start off with honeydew, obviously green. And I'm going to follow it up with a little bit of cucumber. And I'm going to drop down yet another green object, a nice green kiwi. And I guess I should start off by showing you guys what all we're juicing. So as you can see, this is more juice than this is more fruits and vegetables than what I'm going to use. But you can see right here in the front is the Honey Dew Melon, in the middle is the kiwi, in the back is the cucumber. And in this bowl, I have kale. which is the leafy green that's kind of curly. Then I have spinach, which is the flat leafy green. Then I have a Granny Smith apple. And then down in there, way down in there, can you see it? Up right there in the front, there's a lime. All of this is green. I like all these flavors, so let's see how much I like them together. I'm gonna try and mix it up, and I'm gonna drop down an apple, and then a little bit of kale. And then I'm gonna drop down some spinach, yum. Potassium, calcium, iron, good things in those leafy greens. Another piece of honeydew. A few more pieces of cucumber. Another half of a kiwi, so we're 1 kiwi into it. A few more pieces of cucumber. Let's drop down some more of those leafy greens. That's kale. Let's do some more spinach. And you just kind of have to know yourself and know your taste thresholds for the leafy greens, and honestly for tartness and sweetness as well. There's some people that really don't like sweet things. I'm not one of them. I love sweet things. Let's get a half of a lime down in there. As you can see, it's a little lime. He'll be happy down in there. Another quarter of an apple, Granny Smith. I tend to use Granny Smiths because a lot of the other ingredients have sweetness, so it's nice to have that little bit of sourness to the juice that I'm making. I'm going to drop down some more honeydew. The good thing about juicing things like melons, like honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon, is that you get a ton of juices from a single melon. Even the small melons, like whenever I buy a watermelon, I buy the single serve little, I don't know what you'd call that, maybe 6 inches in diameter melons, and I find that they provide plenty of juice for several juices. Again, this is some more honeydew, some more cucumber. I'm going to drop down the rest of my leafy greens. And I'm going to follow that up the rest of them with a Granny Smith. So that now we're 3/4 of a Granny Smith in there. 1 handful of kale, 1 handful of spinach, 1 kiwi. I'm going to go ahead and drop the rest of the cucumber down in there, so that's a half of a cucumber. It's a medium-sized cucumber, nothing too large. I'm going to go ahead and use the other half of my Granny Smith and the other half of my lime, and I think that is all the juice that this particular glass that I'm working with will hold. In fact, I might have oversold how much the glass could hold. I'm skimming this foam, as we talked about the other day, off the top of it. You can stir it up. A lot of it will dissolve in there, but I just want to make sure that I don't overfill my glass and have this juice on my table. I really don't like to scrub my table down to get juice off of it. Alright, so now that everything has been juiced, and to give you guys an idea, I used every bit of the kale, every bit of the apple, every bit of the spinach, every bit of the lime, all of the cucumber, which was 1/2 of a cucumber, a whole kiwi, and I would say 1/4 of a honeydew melon in this one glass. So that kind of gives you a really good idea of how much fruit goes into each and every serving. Look at this beautiful green color. It's just absolutely gorgeous color of green. And this should be a really healthy juice. I'm not sure how it's going to taste. I'm going to be honest with you. If I screw it up, I'll let you know, and I'll probably put down in the bottom how to fix it and make it taste a little better. Alright, that juice is actually pretty good. It's not sweet by any means, but it's not sour. It's not leafy green tasting. It's just very much like a really good juice. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I was a little worried that I was giving you guys a recipe for disaster, but this is actually really good. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty today. So this was Trials by Melissa. I'm Melissa, and happy juicing, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And again, this was day 6 of my 30-day juice fast. I'm 1/5 of the way there, so I hope you continue to watch, and best of luck. And depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Thanks. Take care. Bye.